What's up, guys? Look at that view. Have I been working on the Buick? No, I have not been working on the Buick. I am sorry. I want to work on the Buick, but I've been doing so many other things. Chasing down donors, stuff like that. But I had to take a video now. I was just picked up a donor, and I'm somewhere in Sullivan County, New York. Beautiful view. But while I'm stopped, I'll show you what I bought. All right, this is what we got. Probably the most disgusting Escalade I've ever seen. Didn't look too bad on the outside, but oh, I didn't notice that. That's nice. Yeah. This is disgusting. Look at that. You know, this is an Escalade. It's a Cadillac. What do people do with this stuff? I don't understand. I didn't even know the doors were made of fiberglass. Oh, that's maybe just some cheap cladding over a door. Look at that. GM at its finest. But oh my God, I mean, come on. Oh my God, this is just, look at that. I don't even know how old that is. That's horrible. This is the most disgusting freaking thing I've ever seen. Of course, the only reason I bought it is because it runs good. With the usual little exhaust leaks when you first fire it. They go away when it warms up. There's the latch. There it is. There she is. Another donor. Another hot rod engine. This one's actually a 5.3 because this is a two-wheel drive Escalade, which is kind of different. So this one I get the two-wheel drive transmission right off the bat. It's only a 60, obviously, but for a non-crazy horsepower car build, that'll do just fine. But Mike, I had to get a video of this thing. This is the most disgusting thing. But along with that, we have the beautiful views up in the mountains of New York. All right, now we got to get down the mountain. See you when we get back to the Buick. All right, so after getting home with the Disgustalade, I'll call it, realized that yes, it has been probably 2 weeks since I started anything on this Buick. So let me get something done. All right, I'm back on the car, or in the car, as you can see. First time in like 2 weeks. Because it's summer and there's lots of other things to do too besides build cars. Even though, if you ask my wife, this is the only thing I do. Anyway, Firewall, quick cleanup. Just some holes here I got to weld up, and these two big holes here I'm going to weld up. This one I'm going to keep. I'll keep a grommet there in case I have to fish anything through to the engine. But right now I'm just going to make patches. I'm sure you've seen this done before, but if you haven't, if you just take a piece of cardboard that's preferably big enough to cover the hole and just kind of knock it in there, you'll get an outline of the patch you need to make. So, if I follow my shape here, excuse me, got that shape. Let's see if it's right. See how close I got. Didn't hit it that hard. It's actually a little big. but it'll work just fine. I'll trim it up. Make 2 of those. Weld them in. Fill the holes. Alright, let me get that done. Alright, first patch is made. Real high tech, as you can see. Just a piece of metal, whatever. These cheapo magnets work really well. You can get them at Harbor Freight. Well, I won't say they work really well. They work. They're not like, you know, the strongest things in the world, but they work. They're good for setting your patch in place like that. Then you can get it a few tacks on it, grind it out. It's just a Firewall. Anyway, one other thing I wanted to say also, speaking of Firewall, if you're working on the Firewall of one of these 50s cars, even back to the 30s I've had, I don't know how long it kept doing it, but they have this horsehair material here on the inside of the Firewall that's more of an insulator, I suppose, than anything. Because as far as Firewall goes, this stuff will burn like you won't believe. And the problem is, it'll burn and it'll smolder and it'll kick later. So you could get this hot, get it smoking, go back in the house and have some lunch, and your Firewall could be on fire. So keep some water handy and don't get crazy welding this Firewall so hot that you set this stuff on fire. I'm just trying to push it back out of the way so it's not right up against where I'm welding, because it's not a good thing. I've seen it happen. Alright, let me get this patch installed. I'm going to go to the next thing. Alright, holes are welded up. And I even smeared some seam sealer over them. Why? I don't know. It'll just look like hell like the rest of the Firewall does. Just like the factory did it. I just smeared that shit wherever. So, that's what I did. I'll just spray some black primer or whatever on it. Who cares? So, when are we going to get back to some real content? Okay, well, next video, I promise I will actually do something that makes some real progress. But one little thing I can leave you with here, I just noticed, I've been thinking about this for a while, but as I was standing in the engine compartment, taking care of this menial task, I noticed that inside the fender, where the portholes are, and you probably can't see back in there, but there is room. I think I can get a 3-inch pipe in there. So, what do you think? What about either a loud valve or a electric cutout for the exhaust that would shoot out the portholes? I've been thinking about that since day one of building this car. That is a stupid idea, but I think it'd be so stupid it'd be silly and actually be something fun. I have to have a regular exhaust on the car as well, because I do plan on driving this thing. And but that would be something stupid. I think that would be neat. Okay, anyway, that's it. I'm sorry. I have no real content for this video. All I did was weld up some holes. I think any of you guys can do that. That's easy. Nothing to it. And the next thing I think I'm going to do is also easy. I think next is going to be all the brakes. So running all the brake lines throughout the car from this Caprice master cylinder booster proportioning valve setup. Get all that stuff done. I'm trying to get everything done that I can before I put the engine back in, because we are in fact building a whole car here. So it's more than just an LS swap. There's lots of other little projects to go along with it to get done. And anybody who's built a car knows what I'm talking about, because it can get tedious and you have to make yourself do the work. So to get motivation, I watch silly videos like this made by other people, And that gets me the motivation to actually go out and remind myself why I was doing this and get it moving along. So, that's it for the moment. See you on the next one.